I actually think it is very realistic, and it would be really good for not only him, but also the team.
And super duper cheap. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Blue Jays Today, where we always have something to say about the Toronto Blue Jays. I am your host, Adam Peddle.
And I'm your host, Nicholas Playlock. And today, guys, we're going to be looking at the top 5 realistic free agent signings that we think the Blue Jays are going to make this offseason. Before we get into it, though, please make sure to hit that like button, smash the subscribe button, and pause the video right now and give us your number 1 free agent that you think the Blue Jays will sign this offseason. Realistically, I want it in the chat, in the comments right now. Go. Okay. All right, buddy. Let's do the freaking top 5, man. That's what this is about.
Yeah, and for me, guys, number 1 is Kenley Jansen. I mean, he's the closer for the LA Dodgers, but not for too long. 35-year-old. He had a great season last year, actually.
He's a great player.
It's funny because a lot of Dodgers fans said that he didn't have a great year, but when I look down and I see a 2.22 ERA with a whip of 104 and 38 saves and 69 nice innings pitched, I want this guy on the team. And apparently his market value is only at $10 million per year and might get a 2-year deal. And I think that's perfect for the Toronto Blue Jays to sign.
Yeah, man. And I don't know what the Dodger fans are on. I think that they're a little bit spoiled, honestly, if they're going to be talking stuff like that. We, on the other side of things, living in the dumpster fire of what was our bullpen last year, could 1,000% use a guy like Kenley Jansen. I think it is realistic. It should be noted that on MLB Trade Rumors, where they were projecting every top 50 free agent where they're going to, a few of them said the Toronto Blue Jays would be the team. So I do think that we're going to be in on this guy.
Yeah.
I feel like we're going to be on the phone, and him, Romano, Simber, our back half looks so much more beautiful.
Absolutely. And I bet they predicted that because we are in a position where we're going to be really aggressive with these bullpen guys. Absolutely. But we also need help from not just one bullpen guy, but multiple bullpen guys. Which brings me to our next guy that could be very realistic. And this guy might go under the radar a little bit. And that's Loup, former Blue Jay. He's 33 years old right now. Will be 34 in 2022. And guys,
coming off of a masterful year.
Absolutely. Guys, this guy pitched 56 innings and a 0.95 ERA, and he only made $3 million.
Yeah.
Now, granted, he deserves a lot more than 3, but because of his age and because I think of how undervalued he's going to be, it's going to be still pretty cheap. Maybe maximum 5, maybe 6. Just for a 1 year. Right. But I think this guy, being a former Blue Jay, is perfect guy to reunite, get a second term with us, and help us win some ball games.
Totally, dude. And especially now, we're good, because he was on the squad when we were elite back in those 2015, 2016 days. Then he got shipped off in 2017. And now it's we're decent again. He kind of wants to come back to the winning squad of the Toronto Blue Jays. So I could totally see it happening. And I feel like he would be an elite dude to have kind of in that middle rotational stuff of the back half of the bullpen sort of thing.
Yeah, in the middle bridge kind of guy.
Exactly. You need somebody in the 6th or the 7th. Loup, hop on in. I don't expect him to have an ERA below 1 again, but you know what? To do that, and then that's just such a great sign for things to come. So I would love to have Loup, man.
Absolutely.
Moving over to the starting pitcher side of things, guys, because we are losing Robbie Ray, we're losing freaking Steven Matz, and we're not including those guys in this video because I feel like we've talked enough about those. And anybody who was a former Blue Jay, you can make an argument that it's realistic. Some other dudes who are, I think, pretty realistic is Carlos Rondon. Carlos Rondon, exceptional year last year for the White Sox, a 2.37 ERA. He's 28 years old. Now, he's right now projected to get a deal that's only 1 or 2 years at a high average annual value, which is really juicy for the Toronto Blue Jays, if you're asking me. The reason that is injury. And there are some concerns there. There's definitely concerns, but I just think the upside with a guy like Rondon is too juicy to kind of pass up.
Yeah, of course. This guy had one of the best years. He was up there for almost a Cy Young Award candidate if he were to, keep it going throughout the year. But obviously, our boy Robbie Ray, Garrett Cole, Lance Lynn, they took over that. But he was right there, everyone. And I think that's perfect for our window because we've talked about it before. If we sign this guy, especially coming off 1 year with injuries, I don't know if I could trust a long-term deal. But I think I'm good with a 1 and 2 year. We got to wait for our boys like Manoah and Pearson to fully get into grooves. Manoah's kind of already there. But this guy's another kind of final stage bridge guy with great upside. And I think bringing him to the Toronto Blue Jays is very realistic and a great deal.
Exactly. And he's also 28, so it makes a lot of sense for him if he wants to bet on himself for 1 or 2 years. Then he gets out of that. He puts up 2 really nice years. He's 30. He's Robbie Ray now, and he goes signs a major contract. Or, he flops. He's crap. Well, he still made a crap load of money in his high average annual value.
Who else you got?
I got Justin Verlander, guys. And if you've heard the reports, he just had a workout, and apparently it went really good. A lot of teams' representatives showed up, the Blue Jays included. Now, granted, Justin Verlander is 39 years old. Now, he has not played a whole lot of baseball recently. We got the whole Tommiest of Johns going on, but the workout looked good. And Justin Verlander, we do not need to go into the stats of what this guy is capable of doing when he is fully healthy. It is the toppest of tiers. I mean, this is a former Cy Young like several times. He's so elite. And he's a guy who right now, his camp is looking for roughly a 2-year deal. And I mean, I think that'd be pretty good for the Blue Jays.
Again, guys, 1 to 2 years. Like, look, ideally, the perfect guy in this perfect bridge of a 1 to 2, I mean, he's even talked about being 3 years, is Max Scherzer. And if we can't get him, because it looks like the Dodgers are going to try and get him back, especially if they're losing Clayton Kershaw. So, Verlander, I mean, that's a nice start to throw.
It's a pretty nice start to throw.
And if he is looking good, wow, what a steal that could be. $2 million, you add him there for a couple years. Wow, money. I would love Justin Verlander. Plus, little fun fact, both times he threw his no-hitter in the Rogers Center.
Yeah.
He must love that mound.
Very clearly he does. So I think that honestly, Verlander, even though it feels like a freaking wild world to think that he'd be a Blue Jay, I actually think it is very realistic, and it would be really good for not only him, but also the team. The last guy that we have on this list of the top 5 realistic Blue Jay free agent signings is Eduardo Escobar. Shout out to Del Carmes. We have this one in here for you. But it's a good one, man.
This one's a really good one,
dude.
Even analysts on MLB Trade Rumors said that, that's a realistic spot because why? What are the 2 positions that we're missing in terms of our bats? A second baseman with Marcus Semien supposedly gone, and people still are counting Escobar, but I mean, he's not a typical starting third baseman with a lot of pop. Now, Eduardo Escobar, that guy could play second. That guy could play third. Hell, this guy's even played shortstop in the past. And if you want to find someone who could actually match the slugging power of Marcus Semien, look no other than Eduardo Escobar, who last year he hit 28 homers and 90 RBIs on a crap hole team. So Eduardo Escobar is a great fill and super duper cheap. Super cheap.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. They're projecting him for 2 years, $20 million. So I mean, that's literally $10 million AAV a year. You're kind of looking at a Gritcher contract there, and I do want to pump the brakes a little bit. Like, he's not Marcus Semien. He's not going to be Marcus Semien from last year.
Right, but
29 home runs and a 730 or 760 OPS.
But
far difference.
Obviously, there's nobody on the market like Marcus Semien right now. This guy was nominated for a freaking MVP. Of course, no one's going to be Marcus Semien. But if you're going to find anybody to try and even get to Marcus Semien levels, look at him. Plus, whenever you come over to AL East, playing in AL East ballparks, everyone sees the production go up. Look at Josh Donaldson. Look at Marcus Semien. You want to see production go up? Watch him get close to 40. Who knows?
It's possible, man. It's possible. And the good thing, too, about the position that we're in, we don't really need that. Like, we don't need him to get close to 40.
No.
We need somebody to be a pretty good and average MLB player. And I do think that is assured with Eduardo Escobar. You can definitely lock in a 750 OPS at least with the ceiling for, a lot more. So I think that he'd be great. 32 years old, super cheap. But that is our list of the top 5 realistic Toronto Blue Jay free agent signings that we do actually think could happen. We got Rondon, we got Verlander, we got Escobar, we got Loup, and we got Kenley Jansen. And if we were to go out and get every single one of those guys, then I think our team's looking pretty damn nice.
Yeah, we are. I'm very happy with those offseason moves. Oh my goodness, our rotation would be absolutely monstrous.
Yeah.
Verlander, oh my God. And Rondon, oh my God. Yeah, like Robbie Ray who? I don't know.
Actually, dude, I think that we would be able to do it with the money-wise. If Rondon was 25, Verlander was 20, that's 45. Escobar was 10, that's 55. Loup is like 5, that's
even.
60. Kenley Jansen.
He's 10. He's supposed to be 10.
$70 million.
Yeah.
So it's possible. It's actually possible to get every single one of the guys that we said. Very, very unlikely.
Very unlikely.
But if we picked up 2 or 3 of them, I would be over the moon.
Because now you're handcuffing yourself just a bit if you do decide to do that. But guys, let us know in the comments down below, what do you think about these top 5 realistic Blue Jay signings? Do you agree with our list, or is there somebody that we're missing? Let us know in the comments down below.
Yeah, my friends. You can also check us out on Spotify, Breaker, Anchor, Radio Public, and Google Podcasts. Please make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Today, Jason is our code for Monkey Knife Head and for Manscaped, so hop onto those. Also, $3 a month to become a Patreon. Call into the show just like all of these beautiful people. Shout out and thank you to every single one of you guys.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching.
Oh, go Jays, go!